Comment tu fais pour être aussi beau gosse, mec?
C'est des moves naturels, en vrai. Tu vois,
Tu fais juste ça comme ça?
Ouais, y a rien à, tu vois, y a rien à surjouer. Hein.
Dans les commentaires, dites-nous c'est lequel le plus beau gosse dans l'attitude? Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa! Jacob Banks is in the house.
What a surprise.
What a surprise.
Yeah.
Who would have known?
We expected a lot of artists, but not you.
Oh, well, here I am.
Which a nice surprise.
Thank you. I am just as surprised as you are.
Comment ça va, Jacob Banks?
Yes, sir. I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Great. Il y a beaucoup d'artistes qui sont venus ici pour reprendre tes chansons, donc t'avoir ici, c'est un honneur.
Oh, cool. Thank you. And thank you to everyone who sang my songs. I'm sure you did a better job than I could ever do.
Camélia, on t'embrasse.
Amen.
Est-ce que tu te rappelles de la première fois où la musique t'a touché quand t'étais enfant?
I think my earliest memory as a kid was the soundtrack to Anastasia. It's a song called At the Beginning, which was played at the end of the song. Yeah. And like...
So you're a Disney guy?
Yeah, like massively. So that's my first memory of like feeling something. Like I've heard music, I've heard music, but it was the first time where I was like, I remember being like, wow, like what is this?
Yeah.
And what is this feeling? And yeah, that's my earliest memory.
You have a top 3, a Disney movie?
So it's a tricky question.
Yeah.
It's like, I might say, what do I think is the best? What's my favorite?
Your favorite?
Okay, my favorite, just because of what it means to me, Anastasia, Frozen 2.
Specific.
I'm a massive fan of Olaf. I'm trying to get a tat of him on my arm. And I'll have to say Lion King.
Lion King?
Yeah, I'll have to say Lion King. That's probably my tops. But there's Coco. If anyone's ever seen Coco.
Oh yeah, Coco is amazing.
Coco will get you.
Yeah.
Coco is massive. So many that I have loved over the years. But yeah, those are like my top 4. Yeah.
Est-ce que tu te souviens d'un morceau qui t'aurait donné envie de faire de la musique?
Yes.
That's a tricky one too.
But yeah, that one, because it was more like an album. It was, I remember exactly, it was a message from one of my childhood friends on Facebook, and she just sent it to me. She's like, I think you'd like this song. And it was Gravity by John Mayer.
Wow.
And then I listened to the whole album. It was an album called Continuum, and there's so many beautiful.
This album is the best of.
Yeah, like.
It's the greatest hit.
So special. Like Slow Dancing and a Burning Rooms on that album, and so many beautiful songs. And I think for me, it was the first time that I'd heard, like, because at that point in my life, I was really into poetry. I also loved listening to music, but I think it was the first time that I'd heard both at once. Where I was like, oh, like you can speak so beautifully in music without like. Because at that point, everything was very R&B. Everything I was listening to was very R&B, very hip-hop, which wasn't very like, it wasn't really lyrics-driven, the stuff I was listening to at that time. And then that's the first time I heard something that was lyrically driven and also sounded beautiful. Usually, I always thought it had to be one or the other. So like great lyrics and boring melodies, or like incredible melodies, and you just say baby a lot. And but then I heard that, oh wow, you can do this, or you can do both. And and then obviously over the years I've loved many other artists like Frank Ocean who could do the same thing. But yeah, Gravity by John Mayer was the first time I heard, and I was like, wow, like it's possible to have those two come together.
I think that album was a shock for us too, both of us here. Yeah. So maybe let's make that song.
It's a song that I think should never be covered, but we'll try.
Let's try it. John Mayer, c'est pour toi.
Gravity is working against me. to bring me down. Oh, I'll never know what makes this man with all the love that his heart can stand. Dream of ways to throw it all away. Oh, gravity is working against me. Ooh, and gravity wants to bring me down. Oh, twice as much ain't twice as good. Can't sustain like one half could. It's wanted more. It's gonna send me to my knees. Twice as good and can't sustain like one half good. It's wanting more. It's gonna send me to my knees. Gravity, stay the hell away from me. Gravity wants to bring me down. How can that be? Keep me where the light is. 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 Keep me where the light is.
On peut tous applaudir Jacob Banks. Incredible.
Thank you.
You listen to it a lot.
Yeah. Over the years, it's always like it's always a place to come back to. It's just always like a good reset button of what stuff's supposed to sound like. And I've been able to, I think I saw him play it live. I've seen him play it live like twice. One time at the O2 Arena in London.
Whoa, okay.
And then one time in like a room about this big, with just him and an acoustic guitar. He was playing at my place in LA called Hotel Cafe. It was really, really beautiful to like see just him up close and play. And luckily I got to meet him after.
Oh yeah?
And then, it was cool. It was really cool. He also knew, which was weird, he had known how much the song means to me. For some reason, I don't know how he knew, but he knew. And but he was really sweet. It was really nice to meet him as well.
We can't wait to see a featuring between you two.
We'll see if he pays.
Yeah.
I'm going for free. Yeah.
Tu vas bientôt sortir ton 4e album. Tu as déjà sorti 3 albums avant ça. Donc ce qui fait une longue carrière quand même. Même si ça fait pas longtemps que finalement tu es là en termes d'années. Est-ce qu'il y aurait un morceau qui aurait changé ta carrière?
If I had to choose, I think it would be Unknown to You. I think it was a song that welcomed the biggest range of people. I think typically I kind of operate in a very niche space, but I think it was able to welcome the old, the young, like language didn't matter. It was, I think people who like like just the voices and songs. Yeah, I was able to reach more people than I would typically, and it's done a lot for me over the years, and it's now one of those songs I'll have to sing forever, which is fine. Luckily for me, I like the song, so it's cool.
Which is, this song is a massive hit.
Yeah.
Do you remember how you wrote that song?
So it was written with Zane Lowe and John Newman.
Okay.
Yeah, so which is, I don't know if anyone knows, John Newman is a massive artist back home in the UK, and Zane Lowe is a massive DJ and does amazing things. And
it's the dream team.
Yeah, it was special. It's the only songs we ever did together, but it's the only song I needed to do with them. But yeah, it's so interesting because that song over the years has taken on new meanings, as songs tend to do if you play them long enough. Like when I wrote it, it meant one thing, and then 2 years later it meant another thing, and now it means a completely different thing. Like now it's just more nostalgia for me. Like whenever I played a song, which I haven't played in a long time, it's my first time playing it in about 3 years, it always reminds me of how different things could have been, like how lucky I am and fortunate I am to get to do what I do as my job. And it more reminds me of the earlier days.
Yeah. Different meaning in one song, for me, is the definition of the great song. Every song that we love from our childhood, etc., we loved it at different period of time, and it's always like a new meaning, and but the song still.
I think it's because it comes from a selfish place, because you want to take the song with you, so you will find new meanings for it. You don't want to ever leave it behind as like your old toy from a kid. Like you give it meaning because you want to take it with you, and I think that's really cool. I think we should hold on to as many things as we can from our early memories. I think it's a healthy space to be in.
This song is the soundtrack of many lives.
Amen.
So maybe we can do like a remix, our own version here.
Yeah, let's crack something up.
Let's try?
Yeah, let's try.
Okay.
Cool.
I believe what I say. Why does everyone get me wrong? If I told you different, would it sound the same? Would it make a difference in any way? I know I done wrong, I'll pay for it. It's your turn to talk, for once I'm listening. Say that you don't want me, say that you don't need me. Tell me I'm the fool. Tell me you've been tortured, tell me you've been betrayed. What I've done to you, even if it doesn't matter, no matter what's true, no. Say that you don't want me, say that you don't need me. Tell me I'm the fool. Look at all this heartache, what is left? Forgetting how it started, this is how it ends. I know I've done some wrong, I'll pay for it. But it's your turn to talk, but once I'm listening. Say that you don't want me, say that you don't need me. Tell me I'm a fool. Tell me you've been tortured, tell me you've been betrayed. But I've done too much. Even if it doesn't matter, no matter what's true, no. Say that you don't want me, say that you don't need me. Tell me I'm the fool. that you mean it this time is true now. Tell me that I'm unknown to you.
That voice.
Thank you. I paid a lot of money for it.
Pour nous, pour moi en tout cas, c'est sûr, tu sais tout chanter. Mais ce que je me demandais, c'est est-ce qu'il y aurait un morceau sur lequel on t'attendrait pas?
It's a song I've been enjoying a lot, and I think because I didn't really run into music properly till a later stage in my life. I'm still doing a lot of homework. I'm still discovering a lot of music that was before my time. So right now I've been studying a lot of like Bob Dylan, and there's a song called It Ain't Me, Babe. And I'm just a massive fan of songs that's written from a male perspective that isn't like necessarily hyper masculine. And I love the lyrics of the songs. I love what it talks about. I love that he's pretending to not care about someone, but the lyrics, by how much he knows about this person, it's clear that you care about this person, because even like the use of the word babe in that song, in every line, it's like you don't call someone babe that frequently if you don't like them. So he's wrestling with his masculinity or not wanting this person, but not knowing how to deliver the message, and he's just pretending like he can't be the man that she wants, versus like he doesn't know how to be the man that she wants. So I just really enjoy the storytelling of that song.
You speak about masculinity.
Yeah.
There's a lot of girls who are coming in the music industry right now and changing the industry in a good way. Yeah. And maybe that's my theory, but they're saving the music industry to me. What do you think about that?
I think it's long overdue. I think it's so important for representation. I think we only, as human beings, we only go where we've seen people that look like us. So I think people should take up space. Whatever you do, man, woman, anything in between, religion or creed, I think we should take up spaces so that someone can see you and be like, oh, that's when I'm deciding who I want to be in life. That's an option. So I think people should have more options. So to answer your question, I think I'm privileged to share a space with women and everybody else, so that young girls or young men or anything in between can see and be like, oh, I could be that person when I grow up. So I don't have to be whatever I've been told I'm meant to be. Just in the back of your mind, I could be that, as well as that, all that. Yeah. So you can make a better informed decision when you choose your final form.
As when we were kids, there were only like white men superhero. And right now everything is changing.
And I think it's so good. It's good to see. It means people don't live out their whole lives wondering if they did all that they could, and so much of us is just lost. And especially during COVID, I realized a lot of us identify purely by our jobs.
Right.
And that was taken away from everyone. And was like, well, who am I outside of my work? But those of us who loved what we do would be fine, because it's like, it's fine. I love what I do. But if you're doing something that you've been told to do, and that's been something you've done for 10 years, and all of a sudden they're like, hey, for 2 years you can't do this thing that you didn't really want to do anyway. Then it's like, oh shit, like who am I outside of serving other people? And so I think, we need more options so people can make a better, more informed decision of who they think they are.
I love speaking with you, man.
Thank you.
I can spend an hour to hear you.
That's my pleasure. Thank you.
So let's play that Bob Dylan song.
It Ain't Me, babe.
Yeah. I can't wait.
Go away from my window, leave at your own chosen speed. I'm not the one you want, babe. I'm not the one you need. You say you're looking for someone who's never weak but always strong. to protect you and defend you, whether you are right or wrong. Someone to open each and every door. It ain't me, babe. No, 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 it ain't me, babe. It ain't me you're looking for, babe. It ain't me you're looking for, babe. Go lightly from the ledge, babe. Go lightly on the ground. I'm not the one you want, babe. I will only let you down. You say you're looking for someone who will promise never to part. Someone to close his eyes for you. Someone to close his heart. Oh, someone who would die for you and more. But it ain't me, babe. No, 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 it ain't me, babe. It ain't me you're looking for, babe. It ain't me you're looking for, babe.
You are the boss here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. As I said, you're the boss. So now we're doing exactly what you want.
What I really want is expensive. I don't know if we have the budget for that. So
Let's try, yeah.
Yeah, I was settled to play. This is my new song off my album called Lies About the Wall, and it's called By Design. By Design, Evil Knievel. And yeah, I think we should play it together. It'd be my honor.
Yeah, ours too. Ours too. And your album is coming in.
Lies About the Wall, August 26th.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun to make. It's
You work it during the epidemic, the COVID?
yeah, towards like the end of it. I mean, it's still here, but we just ignore it now. But yeah, it's been a different process from how I typically write music.
Oh yeah,
it was a lot quieter. I think typically I invite a lot of like musicians, a lot of minds, but because of our inability, we just find different ways to connect. It turns out I actually prefer writing this way. I prefer the pace of it. Like the way I would do it is, so I set up a studio in my house, and I would like chop up samples, and I would cut off like little 8 bars and little bridges, and I would write to that. But I would like write like maybe 2 lines every 6 hours, and I'll go play Call of Duty for like 8, and I'd come back, I'll write 2 lines, I'll go play FIFA, I'll go eat. And it felt more natural to have time, because I think culturally for me as well, I'm so respectful of people's time. So what happened was, if I was in a studio with someone for long, I would just try to get something down. Even if I didn't believe in it, I didn't want to waste people's time. So it meant that I have to leave it with a song versus like the song. So having a studio in my house, what happens is I find that I won't go in my studio unless I'm really compelled about an idea. I wouldn't waste my own time. I'll just go do something else that I enjoy. And when I feel like, oh, this feels special, I'll lock the doors. I won't leave until it's done. But it was just it was a more natural process. And then when I'm done, I would then go to, like, I worked with like 2 producers on the album. I'll go to both of them and I'll be like, hey, this is something I came up with. I think it needs this, it needs that. And they would help me make sense of my little rambling idea. And yeah, it's been really fun. I'm really proud of what we made, and it'll be with everyone on August 26th. And until then,
we can't wait.
Yeah,
with that presentation right now, I have one goal in my life is to hear that album.
Thank you, and yeah, I'm looking forward to, passing it on.
Okay, so let's play by design.
Let's play by design.
If this is love, I'm back on board. Though I have ridden this bus before. Maybe it's more, maybe it's not. I know when we meet the wall. All I got is love and time, just living by design. All I got is love and time, just living by design. Well, I'm hoping, rooting for you, holding, saving for you. I'm evil, can evil, I like to take a chance. Maybe we'll fall, maybe we'll soar. Either way, I'm getting closer to God. I'll take the loss if it comes with joy. Then I could never lose the war. All I got is love and time, just living by design. All I got is love and time, just living by design. Well, I'm hoping, rooting for you, holding, saving for you. Evil, can evil, I like to take a chance. All I got is love and time, just living by design.
Wow. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming here.
Thank you.
But to finish, at every show, we did one thing. We finish by dancing.
All right.
Yeah! Bourrozela!
So interesting.
Yeah. So, do you have like a dance move to teach us?
To teach you? I haven't danced in years.
Yeah.
He's still going.
Yeah.
I want to see how long he can go for while we have this conversation.
Hours.
He's programmed to it.
Maybe you can teach me something.
Ça peut être une première? Ok. Comme ça? La pirogue?
Cool. All right.
Okay, with the legs. Okay.
My album better go #1 after this.
T'assures, mec.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.